we're going to get our other part of our mixture ready for the enchiladas, but I just wanted to show you that this is about done. So I don't want to stand here and wait for other people. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then I'm just going to watch it, and this is still my station, and then other people will get other things ready. So I just wanted to show you that I would turn that off. I wouldn't keep it cooking if it was done. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the other part ready. So I'm going to show you a can opener, okay? Make sure it's nice and sanitized and clean. When I put the can opener in here, okay, I'm just going to take it and it's going to click. Once I know that it's clicked, it's in there, I'm going to hold it and then just start going and turning it, okay? Now what we used to do in the restaurant industry is we used to stop before it was all done, and then we used to just very carefully lift it up. That way when we went to throw away the can, we could just put the lid and just put it right inside the can so that no one got hurt when they took out the garbage. But this, remember, is super sharp. So I don't want to get my hand anywhere near this where I'm going to cut it, because this is really sharp like a knife. So I want to be really careful once I open up that can and I'm starting to measure my item out, okay? So I have my refried beans. All right, if you look at your recipe, our refried beans is a 1/2 cup. So I've got my 1/2 cup. Remember, our moist measuring rules are when I put my refried beans in here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pat those down so I have a nice, even, no air bubbles measurement, okay? On your recipe, it says your paper towel before you put it in the microwave, okay? And you're just going to go ahead and put that paper towel right over. And then we're going to go ahead and put it in the microwave. You don't really need to put it in the microwave, but I want you guys to use a microwave if you haven't used one to learn how to do it correctly. So we always put paper towel over, put it in. Now we're just going to press cook 15 seconds and start. Okay? So I'm going to pretend that we just cooked that for 15 seconds. So it's done. Ta-da! The magic of video. And now we're just going to set that aside because I don't need it quite yet, okay? And then measure out spinach and tear apart in small pieces. So the spinach, you have to measure out. When you do spinach, you don't actually want to cut it, you actually want to tear it. It's just something that's better for the spinach itself. So when I measure out my spinach, I'm going to go ahead and put it in my 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to bring it over to my station. So there's my 1/2 cup of spinach, okay? And then I'm going to bring it over to my station. And I set it anywhere, it doesn't matter. I can put it with my cilantro, okay? And all you do is you take it and you just rip the stems off. So I'm just going to take it like this. And a lot of times I'll just kind of put all the stems together. And then I'll just go ahead and rip off all the leaves, okay? And that's all you're doing. So if you're prepping the spinach, you're just going to take it and then like this. So I'm just ripping that all into small, tiny pieces. Because when I do my enchiladas, I don't want big pieces of anything. So really tiny pieces. So now I have my cilantro and my spinach all set on my plate. And that's all prepped to go. And I've got my refried beans already in my container, all set to go. Okay. And then I need my 1/2 cup, or my 1/4 cup of salsa, sorry. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of salsa because I'm taking the 1/2 cup and I'm using part of it for the cooking process, and I'm using part of it for top of the enchilada. So half is going inside, half is going outside. So I'm actually going to take my glass measuring cup, and even though I used it for the peppers, it's fine because we're not cross-contaminating, it's all vegetables. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup right here of my salsa, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add that, and be very careful with the salsa because it will splatter on your clothes. Be really careful about putting in there. So I've got my 1/4 cup. You might not even need a full 1/4 cup, but I've got my 1/4 cup right there of my salsa. So I've got that to the side. So now I've got my 1, my 2, my 3. I'm all set. I need to add my refried beans and my salsa together. So I'm going to take my spatula, my salsa, and my refried beans. I'm taking it, and now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and mix that all up. Okay, so now I'm going to make like a refried bean mixture, and this is going to be our base for our enchiladas. Okay, and that's going to stay right in my cup because I'm only going to use what I need. Okay, then I need to measure out my cheese and have it separate. Cheese, you need a brand new clean cup because this is our only like animal product. So I need to keep this totally separate than everything else. This is gonna be at another table. I'm gonna come over here and get my half cup of cheese. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my cup. And I'm gonna have it just waiting there ready because I'm gonna use it a little later on. Okay, so I got my half cup of cheese and that's just gonna sit right here. And I'm gonna use it later, okay? So this whole prep process someone is working on. You can have probably 2 people working on this because you have 4 things to do. So you might wanna assign that to 2 people to do because you have a lot of things you have to get ready and kind of set aside.